If you've watched the first two, I think I've made two reels about mental health for guys in particular. If you've watched the first two, and particularly if you're watching this one after the other, I feel to say that these are likely to bring up emotions, right? The things we've been holding back our whole lives. And this, what I'm about to share, applies to any of us, guys, women, and anyone in any situation. But in terms of mental health and any feelings that might have been triggered, whether it could be anger, sadness, rage, grief, yeah, you know. I'm creating this video, just being aware of how these are likely to impact whoever's watching. I'm tempted to use the word collective, but I'm not going to do that. The audience, whatever you're feeling and for whatever reason, be there for and with yourself through that process. You deserve that. And the reason I'm pausing is, and just keeping my eye contact with you, is we need each other. If you've had nobody there for you like you've deserved, and I have had the same thing, the same experience, we all have to some degree. We can help ourselves, and I want to help you learn how to help yourself. But for now, I'm here, at least on your device or whatever the hell you're watching me on social media. And one of the advantages of that technology is we can reach more people than if I was a therapist one-on-one. But moving along, your feelings, whatever they are, they're coming up because they need to be released. Keep yourselves safe. I know that's really powerful stuff, and particularly as men, there's the obvious history that we don't need to be punished for or vilified for. As sad as a lot of crap that's happened with men being violent, that subject alone there is so nuanced, meaning there's so much going on, right? And different people in different circumstances have different things happening for them. As a blanket thing I want to say on that subject is, it's understandable that we have our feelings. They're great, that we have those for a reason, and they serve a purpose, right? The word sin from religion from times gone by, right? I heard a great, I bring that up because I heard a great definition. I don't like that word because of the way that word's been used, but what I'm about to share, I think you'll like. That's why I'm sharing it. I heard somebody who I respect say, the definition of that, the word sin, is an illegitimate response to a legitimate need. What you're saying is, we all have our needs, and we have them for a reason and a purpose. And when they're not getting met, when we go to meet them, and hang on, I'm getting lost in my own thoughts here. Sin, including violence, right? That's not an effective way to get the love you deserve, to have the happiness you need. That's one way of putting it. I know there's a lot there, and I'm probably sounding very smug. I get that, given that there's people feeling such immense, these messages are bringing up such immense, deep emotions. I get that. And this has gone over 3 minutes, well and truly, so it's not a reel. And because of that, I'm going to keep going. So this will be a series of long form and short form on social media. And given this subject, I think it's rather suitable for longer form, so it's worthy of a bit more time. So, we all know, and God, I hope that we all are on the same page. Clearly, that's not always the case, but most of us know that violence isn't okay and shouldn't happen, right? People that people that knowingly choose that, they're not part of this discussion. That's because that's what they've chosen. But for the rest of us, I just trying to listen within my own self, my own intuition, where to take this. There's so many needs that need to be addressed here, like for all around the world, for everyone. The wonderful Steve Biddulph, psychologist from here in Australia, has acknowledged this in terms of the incarceration rate for men, and I was just discussing that with a friend here, that being male in today's world, particularly since the last 200 years, has the things we're subjected to, possibly even genetically that we're born with, as well as our upbringing, predisposition us to so many things, including incarceration, so jail. So therefore, I want to respond to that is, how can I help? Not who can I blame? Not interested. That's not going to not going to go there. I want to help us all. So how do I help people that have, firstly, prevention's better than cure, right? That's got to say that. My medicine here is primarily aimed at helping us avoid horrible stuff that should never happen, right? That's the direction of this. That's my inclination. What's done is done. Hitler existed. Can't say I really share that guy's views. So yeah, point is, what's done is done. In terms of how we can help ourselves with, if you've had like whatever unthinkable stuff to deal with, that's another subject. But for this message, in terms of getting through our difficult emotions, like if you're feeling anger and want to do something horrible, that won't help you. Now you're listening, right? I know some of you are listening, and you're wanting to know how to help yourself, right? Thank you. So let's go. Let's have that chat. And by the way, for those of you who are thinking of like whatever form of unacceptable behaviour, violence, be aware that comes from somewhere. Everything has a reason, right? That could come from your bloodline, genetic, your ancestors that behaved in certain ways that weren't able to help themselves effectively. It could have been your upbringing, that's learned behaviour from your family, for example. So this isn't about blaming ourselves or anyone else. This is about helping ourselves so we can live effing great lives, right? That's the point of this. That's the point of this. So what do we do? What do we do? You're feeling like rage, anger, you want to like punch a hole in the wall, as people say, right? So it's the feeling is, you're meant to have those feelings. We have our feelings for a reason, whatever they are. For those of us, if you're feeling anger and want to express that anger in a way that won't work, and I know you're watching me, I know you're listening, I know there's much writing on this for some of you. Ask yourselves, take a moment, don't push the feeling down, let that be there, and at the same time, take a breath. You've got this, by the way. You didn't even know that you were demonstrating that. And that's not because of me. I can't make you choose your choices. You're choosing to listen to this. You got this, guys. You got it. I'm merely demonstrating it. I don't make this shit up. I'm just happy to help. There's so many things I want to say. The fact that you deserve better than what you've had, for all of us. And that's not blaming our parents or anyone. It's not about that. It's about all of us, truly all of us, them included, everyone. So you're learning on some level that you're more capable than you realised, right? I'm going to take us back to the here and now, the present moment, right? And I imagine some of those feelings, given that you've acknowledged them and that, you know, through this technology I've acknowledged them, that they may be starting to go, right? And they need to come out. All things, energy needs to flow. So when emotions are energy in emotion. So they need to flow and not so be expressed is another way of putting that. How beautiful. And the more we heal ourselves, the more the world around us, particularly the coming generations and present generations of young people, will benefit from your influence, your leadership. So be encouraged. Support yourself when and if you're unable to get that from anywhere else. Believe in yourself. That's the best form of validation. When we know who we are. We need each other. And if people aren't able to, or if they won't, how do I say this? If people are unable to, intentionally or otherwise, to help you, to give you what you deserve, go elsewhere. Keep going until you find what you need, and it may be you may need to be your own saviour. So I'm just going to wrap this up. You're doing effing well, guys. Honestly, I just reckon there's a bunch of you watching this that you're surprising yourself that you didn't even know you could do this. Experiencing these deep repressed emotions that some of you might not have known you've had because you weren't ready to process them. And you're learning, holy crap, I can do this. Nobody ever taught me and I didn't know. See? We're all the same. We all experience that. We all experience that. That's being human. And we're taught so many lies that make us feel isolated and separate, and none of us actually are. I'm not going to say how proud of you I am, because the intensity of emotion and the variety of emotions of pride, oh my goodness, I'm well adept at crying these days, but not this much. I just sense there's so many people watching this that the amount of emotions and an intensity of emotions and the reasons for those, I can't express all at once. That's, I'm going to say not possible. I don't know. I don't care. But you're doing well. I'm going to wrap this up here. I know you're starting to get a drift, get a sense of. I know some of you are like releasing the tears that you've needed to release. Great. Thank you. Not for me, but for you, because you deserve that. Meaning you deserve to heal from what you never deserved, the wound. You're doing well, guys. Let yourselves grieve. Let yourselves let that go. You got this, guys. You got it. And we're just over 14 minutes. Look at my little. I bought this a few weeks ago. I like it. Just listening to my new mate next door. I'm in a caravan park. I'm going to follow up more on how to navigate the emotional landscape of manhood. Stay tuned, guys. Take care, guys. And of each other. Take care.